All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Monday. First off, apologize for not putting up a lot of content last week. It was a deload week. I kind of just wanted to unplug, get everything reset, and start this next block fresh. And I feel great. So I've already finished today's training. I wanted to give you guys a little update and a brief on what we're gonna be doing, and then we'll jump into the training videos for today. But first off, we got an update with bobsled. The plan right now is I'm gonna be heading out to the Olympic Training Center on October 3rd. We're gonna have our team trials, we're gonna have some racing, just in-house races, nothing international or with any other teams. We're just gonna go USA versus USA just to get some ice time and get prepped for what the season might be. We still don't know what the season is. We're gonna have a decision made on September 15th from the international body saying what they are going to be doing with the season this year. A lot of us are anticipating that the first half of the season is going to be canceled, so that means no international racing from October through January, which would mean that USA is basically just going to be racing USA on our home track and just getting some extra training in preparation for what may happen in 2021. So my plan is I'm going to head out there on October 3rd, get back on ice, and start getting ready for whatever races we may have set up. So with that being said, the plan for training now is we're going to continue this speed phase for an additional 4 weeks, which is going to lead straight up to the time that I need to head out. So we're going to expand a little bit from the last block into today. Today is day one, week one. What we did on the track this morning is some sled acceleration work, and then we focused on some singles and doubles on cleans and front squats in the weight room this afternoon. So first up on the track. So this morning on the track, I did some sled contrast sprints. So I would do a sled sprint followed up by a sprint with no sled. So I did that in a setup of 2 sets, 20-meter sled sprint, 20-meter sprint, 30-meter sled sprint, 30-meter sprint, 40-meter sled sprint, 40-meter sprint, rested and repeated. So that's this morning's session on the track. And the way that the sled went, it was the same as the last training block. So you start with a heavier sled on the 20-meter sprint and you gradually take off weight as you get down to the 40. So the 20-meter sprint today with the sled had 30 kilos on it. The 30-meter sprint with the sled had 20 kilos, and the 40-meter sprint with the sled had 10. And then I would alternate in between each one of those with a 20-meter sprint, 30-meter sprint, 40-meter sprint. 2 sets of that. That was it. Today in the weight room, because this is a speed block, it's not super heavy weights right now. We're just trying to get volume moving singles and doubles. So I had 10 sets of 1 on hang clean. I was at 130 kilos today, which is 65% for me. And then on the front squat, what I had to do was build up to a 2 rep at a 7 RPE, was able to build up to 180, felt really good on that, and then drop down 15% and do an additional 4 sets of 2. And for me, that put me right about 155, I think it was 153 on the barbell for there. And then just followed it up with some dumbbell lunges. So I just did a different variation of lunges today. It's a little bit more hip dominant if you don't extend through the knee. So I tried to stay a little bit lower, let the hips kind of drive me through each one of those steps. Felt okay, was a little bit weird, more or less was just trying to figure out some things that I want to do for future training blocks, and just kind of play with movements and see how different things feel with different angles. So that's going to be today's training. We're going to hop into the videos real quick, but first, if you haven't, make sure to like the video, drop any questions down below in the comments, subscribe so you can see everything else that's coming up. So really excited about this next training block. The speed stuff is all the fun, sexy kind of things that you see a lot of people doing on social media. And this is gonna lead great into my transition heading over to the Olympic Training Center, getting back on ice, getting back and pushing sleds, and we'll have all that on YouTube for you guys as well. So appreciate you guys watching the videos and hope you enjoy the rest of the training for today.